Train your mind to see the good in everything. Positivity is a choice. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your very thoughts. Very goedemorgen.
Amado Dios de infinita bondad, hoy nos acercamos a ti llenos de dicha e ilusión para darte gracias por habernos traído con bien hasta el inicio de este nuevo día. Te pedimos que en este nuevo día estés cerca de nosotros, que renueves nuestras armas, nuestro cuerpo y nuestro corazón con tu poder. Perdónanos si alguna vez te hemos fallado y ayúdanos cada día a cumplir con el propósito que tú tienes para nosotros. En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén.
Amen. I must say it looked like Brenda had a hell of a night last night and committed a lot of sins for such a great prayer to wash away all your sins. But thank you nevertheless, Brenda. I feel blessed already, especially in Spanish. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the morning show here. Brenda, you all right? Thank you for joining us on the morning show. For those of you who are watching us on any fixed devices, for those of you who are watching us on cable, MSR TV, WTN cable, right upstairs we have Teleplus, Telem Group Plus TV. We also have our brothers and sisters in Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, Dutch Caribbean TV. We just want to say a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. And of course, those of you who are watching us live on Facebook, we want to say good morning, and good morning some more. Why? You're the ones that initiates comments, you give us love, like, and of course, you tag a friend. And we would like you to keep on doing so. Brenda, how are
Buenos
you?
días. Estoy bien, gracias a Jehová. ¿Y tú?
Had a good night last night?
Muy buenas noches.
After that prayer, you must have a good night.
Señores, muy buenos días. Bienvenido a una nueva programación del Mundo a las 7, dándole las gracias a ustedes por mantener su sintonía y estar actualizado en nuestras redes sociales, como ya mi compañero Herbert expresó. Le damos los buenos días a todo el que está a través de WTN, Tel TV Plus y Mesar en la isla de San Martín, todo el que está en Curazao, en Aruba, en Belice a través de TVCARIB, y todo el que está en sintonía con nosotros a través de Dutch Caribbean TV en la isla de Bonaire. Bienvenido una vez más a su programación. A los que están en las redes sociales, gracias por mantener su sintonía con nosotros, tanto en San Martín, en Saba, en Estesia, en Anguila, en Bat, en Kitts, Dominica, en Vincent, también en San Croix, San Tomás, Puerto Rico, República Dominicana, muy buenos días. En Venezuela, en Colombia, en España, en Panamá, todos los que están en condiciones médicas allá, muy buenos días para todos ustedes, pidiéndole a Jehová que los de fuerza para poder continuar esta travesía. También los buenos días para los que están en España, en Holanda, en Francia, en Estados Unidos y en Canadá. Muy buenos días para todos ustedes.
You know, I'm laughing because technology is such a great thing, all right? And one would think that Esterida is at home just with her usual mischief one more time, you know, and saying, Prince, you on time today on our comments. But ladies and gentlemen,
Yo creo que Esterida va a tener que venir más a menudo.
Yeah, right?
Sí, al estudio ya va a tener que venir más a menudo.
Well, we have live here, we have the St. Martin Police Force Pensioners and Retirees Association. We're joined with Esterida Hashem, as you can see on the screen right now, and of course, Mr. Jacobs, who is the chairman of this organization. Later on, we will be talking to these esteemed people and asking them what is it all about, what are their plans, and you know me, like to push fire under the sticks. I want to know what they feel right now about what is going on in the justice sector. That's how I do it.
Así
Okay?
es, tenemos como invitado especial los representantes de la Asociación de los Policías Retirados y Pensionados, así como ya vimos en pantalla, a la señora Esterida Hatcham, que es secretaria, y al señor
Mis- Mr. Jacobs.
Oh, Edward Jacobs. Así es. Lo tenemos en el estudio, así que dentro de unos momenticos estaremos conversando con ellos para ver qué nos traen a nosotros para hablar sobre las personas que se han retirado y han estado pensionados dentro de lo que es la comunidad judicial.
Yes. Of course, we do want to say to those of you who are tuning in right now, like Esther Durant Casimir, good morning, St. Martin Anunnaki. We have several people, of course, Esterida Hashem is there mischievous, behind her device, Sunni Law, and much, much more of you who are with us. Jeanette Richardson. Hey, is that Tanti Janet? You're keeping tabs on me. Good.
Así es, recordándole a todos los que están en las redes sociales, darle like, compartir, etiquetar y postear sus banderas de donde es su nacionalidad y dónde están residiendo. Y los que están en la isla de San Martín pueden también especificarnos de cuál distrito están en sintonía con
Hey,
nosotros.
that's a good idea. So if you're watching us in the area of Belvedere, big up, big up, big up. And of course, St. Peter's, South Reward, whichever area that you're watching us from, just indicate so. Just to feel that, we somewhere. This pandemic, to be quite honest, I mean, I've traveled to the Netherlands. I've traveled to Sabah. However, if it wasn't for this pandemic, I would have been gone like several times already.
Tú sabes que yo he viajado mucho en esta pandemia.
You did?
Ah, sí. De mi casa aquí al estudio, de mi casa a Marigot.
Oh my God. Well, that's what we're asking these people
Pero,
to do.
pero Prince, he viajado
Yes, pero dos veces, Brenda.
2 veces diario.
Okay, good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to read the headlines for this morning's news. We have 29 confirmed COVID-19 cases as of today. This story is taken from St. Martin Island Times.
Así es, iniciamos con los titulares de las informaciones que le tenemos en la mañana de hoy y tenemos 29 casos confirmados de COVID-19. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Times.
We have Minister of Justice travels to the Netherlands for a work visit. Minister Richardson visits the Lelystad Youth Penitentiary and the Youth Protection Service in Amsterdam. This
Así
story
es.
is taken from St. Martin Island Times.
Así es, la ministra de Justicia viaja a los Países Bajos para una visita de trabajo. La ministra Richardson visita la penitenciaría juvenil de Lelystad y los servicios de protección juvenil en Ámsterdam. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Times.
This next story I have inside information on, and I'm very proud to say that. However, I would read the headlines. Ministry of Romi requests over the bank applicants to submit copies of paperwork. This story comes from the St. Martin Island Times.
Así es, el Ministerio de Broma pide a los solicitantes del banco que presenten copias de la documentación. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Times.
Tell Group to carry out urgent repairs to underground cables serving SMMC, Fire Department, and Carrefour Shopping Complex Thursday. This story also comes from St. Martin Island Times.
El grupo Telen llevará a cabo reparaciones urgentes en el cable subterráneo que da servicio a San Martin Medical Center, el Departamento de Bomberos y el complejo comercial de Carrefour este jueves. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Times.
Minister of Justice, Mrs. Richardson, is in, or should I say Miss Richardson, is in the news again. Almelo Prison blueprint for new facility in St. Martin. This comes from the Daily Herald, and guess what? We have someone who worked in the prison right here.
Así es. Tenemos que el proyecto de la prisión de Almelo está ahora en las nuevas instalaciones de San Martin. Esto es fuente del Daily Herald.
All right. Brenda, would you please do the honors of the COVID numbers for this morning?
Así, iniciamos con el desarrollo de las informaciones y tenemos 29 casos confirmados de COVID-19. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Times. El ministro de Salud Pública, Desarrollo Social y Trabajo, Omar Otri, expresa su condolencia a la familia y amistades de la víctima número 61 del COVID-19 en San Martín. El ministro desea paz a los familiares durante su tiempo de pérdida. Al 21 de septiembre hubieron 29 personas que dieron positivo por COVID-19. Sin embargo, 17 personas se han recuperado, elevando el total de casos activos a 4.163. El número total de casos confirmados es ahora de 4.146. Los servicios de prevención colectiva, con sus siglas CPS, están monitoreando a 154 personas en aislamiento domiciliario. 9 pacientes están hospitalizados en San Martin Medical Center. El número total de muertes por COVID-19 ha aumentado a 61. El número de personas recuperadas desde que surgió el primer caso en San Martin ha aumentado a 3.922. 103 personas están en cuarentena según las investigaciones de rastreos de contactos realizadas por el CPS. El equipo de salud del aeropuerto del Ministerio de Salud Pública, Desarrollo Social y Trabajo, con sus siglas BSA, en colaboración con el Laboratorio de Atención Médica de San Martín, con sus siglas HCLS, han evaluado a 3.702 viajeros que han llegado al Aeropuerto Internacional Princess Juliana, mientras que el CPS ha evaluado a 41.509 personas en toda la comunidad. A medida que los números continúen fluctuando, el CPS continuará ejecutando activamente sus medidas de rastreo de contactos. El ministro Otley insta a las personas que experimentan síntomas similares a los de la gripe a que se queden en casa y se comuniquen con su médico de cabecera.
Well, we have the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, Omar Otley, extends his sympathy to the family and friends of St. Martin's 61st COVID-19 victim who has passed away. Minister Otley wishes the family during their time of loss. As of September 21st, there were 29 persons who tested positive for COVID-19. However, 17 persons have recovered, bringing the total active cases to 163. The total number of confirmed cases is now 4,146. I'm watching here of the number in home isolation that number is 154 people in home isolation. 9 patients are hospitalized at the St. Martin Medical Center. The total number of deaths due to COVID-19 has increased to 61. The number of people recovered since the first case surfaced on St. Martin has increased to 3,922. 103 people are in quarantine based on contact tracing investigations carried out by CPS. This has been a trend. We took a little break on the casualties, or should I say the numbers of the COVID deaths. But 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it was every other day you would find a COVID casualty. We took a break, and now we're seeing that this trend is becoming another reality, which is, a problem, of course, if you're a family member. However, we know that because of the numbers, because of statistical data, that this number will go up, okay? It's not a matter of, if it goes up, it will go up, the number of deaths. So we do ask you to protect yourselves. There's still the method of social distancing, washing of your hands, staying away from people that is unnecessary. All of those measures are still COVID protocols, and we do ask that you maintain all of them in order for us to have a safe or a healthy community. Minister Utley urges persons who are experiencing flu-like symptoms to stay at home and contact their general practitioner. So that is some sound advice from the minister, that's for sure.
Así es, se le pide encarecidamente a las personas que tengan síntomas similares a la gripe o dolores de cabeza, náusea, que visite su médico, puede hacer una cita con su médico de cabecera. Las personas que necesiten hacerse las pruebas, ahora mismo están disponibles, Prince, aquí al lado de, ¿cómo se llama la escuela?
Genevieve the Beaver.
Aquí que están ahora disponibles para hacerse las pruebas. Las personas que quieran suministrarse la primera dosis de la vacuna pueden pasar a la oficina del CPS en Vineyard Office Park y ahí suministrarse la dosis de la vacuna.
All right. We do want to read the next piece of news, which is Minister of Justice travels to the Netherlands for a work visit.
Así es, la ministra de Justicia viaja a los Países Bajos para una visita de trabajo. La ministra Richardson visita la penitenciaria juvenil de Lelystad y los servicios de protección juvenil en Ámsterdam. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
On Saturday, September 17th, 2021, the Minister of Justice, Ms. Anna E. Richardson, and support staff traveled to the Netherlands for a work visit. At Schiphol Airport, the Minister Richardson was welcomed by the Minister of Plenipotentiary, Mr. Violinus, and his staff. The work visit kicked off on Monday, September 20th, 2021, with Minister Richardson visiting the Youth Protection Amsterdam, Jeugdbescherming Amsterdam, that works closely with social affairs and the Ministry of Justice to tackle domestic violence and child abuse matters. Youth Protection Amsterdam presented Minister Richardson with their improved holistic approach that focuses on simplifying the procedures and making them more effective. After the presentation, the minister had very fruitful dialogue with the management team. Also joining the presentation were social workers from Saba and Bonaire that work at youth protection services in the Dutch Caribbean, Jeugdbescherming Caribisch Nederland, who were visiting the Netherlands for a training. In the near future, Minister Richardson would like social workers in Sint Maarten working within our youth protection services to have the opportunity to participate in similar programs. Following the visit to Youth Protection Amsterdam, the minister received a tour of the first small-scale male adolescent facility, Kleinschalige Jeugdvoorzieningen, in Amsterdam. This facility utilizes an open concept that can be rewarded to detainees and or convicted persons based on their motivation, behavior, and personal circumstances. The facility houses a maximum of 8 residents aged 12 to 23 years, allows residents to remain in school, have family contact, and work regular hours. Persons are mainly placed there when they are in pre-detention or after good behavior in a youth penitentiary. A part of the residents staying social workers of the facility assesses their personal circumstances and create a personal development plan, which includes their direct surroundings such as parents and peers. According to the behavior of the residents and their commitment to their development plan, the judge decides whether there is or can remain at this facility or needs to be transferred to a youth penitentiary. The minister's last stop for the day was to a private juvenile detention center in Lelystad, where she toured the facility and learned about the prison operations and rehabilitative and educational programs offered to the inmates. The facility worked closely with the Ministry of Education to offer a variety of education programs for the residents. Now, Brenda, what we see here is a holistic approach to the youth detention problem in Holland. I am glad and elated that our Minister of Justice would take on such a work visit. However, the fact that I'm hearing that there's representative or not representatives from Saba and Stacia going there, it seems as if it was a surprise to our minister and our St. Martin. Why I say so? Because she said in the future she would like that our social workers be also privy to such programs. So I would say this is where we should work closely with each other. I know that Saba, Stacia, and Bonaire, there's a separate entity and they fall directly under the Netherlands. However, our laws remain similar or if not the same, and our problems is closer to Stacia and Saba. We have similar problems than Stacia and Saba have problems, similar problems of the Netherlands, if you understand what I'm saying. So culturally, socially, we have this bond which our brothers and sisters, and therefore we should be privy to these kind of programs as well. So I would have liked, yes, the minister went with her entourage or with her support staff, but I would have liked her to make this a pure working visit and have 2 or 3 psychologists go with her in order to get this training and in order to bring this expertise back to us here on St. Martin. And nevertheless, we would like to know how much support staff went with the minister, because all of that is in the taxpayers' dollars, and we also check that here on the morning program. So, yeah, that's for sure. They also get per diem, and you know, right now we had minister, or not minister, we had MP Gums was talking about cutting off Parlatino because of the per diem, because of the travel, because of the membership fees, and all of that comes because we have no money. All right, so we have to be very, very careful. Brenda, we do have a next piece of news, and we're trying to get everything in before, because we have these esteemed guests and we want to hear from them. Tell Group to carry out urgent repairs to underground cables serving SMMC, Fire Department, and Carrefour Shopping Complex.
Así es, el Grupo Telen llevará a cabo reparaciones urgentes en el cable subterráneo que da servicio a San Martin Medical Center, el Departamento de Bomberos y el complejo comercial de Carrefour este jueves. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Time. Los técnicos del Grupo Telen llevarán a cabo el mantenimiento programado de un cable subterráneo principal en el área de Quejil para este jueves, y están informando al público en general que se producirán interrupciones en el servicio de telefonía móvil, internet y línea fija en esta área. Inmediatamente afectados por las obras serán el Centro Médico de San Martín, el Departamento de Bomberos, la funeraria Emerald y el complejo comercial Carrefour en Bustru. También se verán afectadas una serie de operaciones comerciales en el área de Quejil y los proveedores de telecomunicaciones que se conectan al cable dañado, incluyendo UTS, Flow, Dolphin Telecom, Orange Telecom y Sambat Telecom. Las obras de mantenimiento se realizarán durante la madrugada del jueves para tener el menor impacto posible en los clientes del Grupo Telen y en el público general. Los clientes comerciales y residenciales pueden esperar que sus servicios se vuelvan a conectar de forma intermitente durante el transcurso de la interrupción. Telen Group está en contacto con todos los servicios de emergencia con respecto a este importante trabajo de mantenimiento y está satisfecho de que el público aún pueda llegar al centro médico y al departamento de bomberos durante el tiempo de inactividad previsto, que será intermitente. Los servicios de emergencia han sido informados del tiempo y naturaleza de las obras. Cualquier llamada de emergencia realizada por el público en general irá a Phillipsburg para su despacho y por lo tanto no se verá afectado por nuestro trabajo en Quejil. Asegura el equipo de planta exterior del Grupo Telen que llevará a cabo los trabajos de mantenimiento y la operación de transición relacionada.
All right, I would like to say that on Thursday there will be an interruption in the flow of internet because Telem is fixing their underground connections. Who they mentioned is actually Carrefour Shopping Center, Medical Center, Fire Department, the Emerald Funeral Home. We know there's much more businesses that will be affected on that area. We knew that a couple of weeks ago that there was some damage to their flow. However, we always say, if you read the morning news, you can see basically what is going on here on St. Martin and pick sense out of nonsense. Cahill area, the telecommunication providers connected to damaged cable, including UTS, Flow, Dolphin Telecom, Orange Telecom, and St. Bart's Telecom. These are all internet providers that are feeding into our Telem. Okay, it is great that Telem is telling us about this, and so that the public is aware. Why such information? Because a lot of businesses nowadays depend on the flow of internet, so that they can get alternate precautions or measures in order to bypass this or get through this. Okay, so they should make all the logistical approaches before Thursday, which is tomorrow.
Así es, ya se le está informando desde ahora a todo el usuario del área de internet y todo el que viva a los alrededores de Quejil que va a haber interrupciones a partir de la medianoche de este jueves. Señores, con estas informaciones vamos a una pausa comercial, recordándole a todo el que está en las redes sociales que le dé like, comparta, etiqueten y posteen sus banderitas. Cuando regresemos estaremos ya con los representantes de la Asociación de Policías Retirados y Pensionados, que ya lo tenemos en casita, así que usted no se puede perder esta entrevista.
When we come back, we will be with the St. Martin Police Force Pensioners and Retirees Association. We have here in the studio Mr. Edward Jacobs, chairman of this association, and of course, Esterida Hasham, who's no stranger to the World at 7, the secretary. And we will be back with a lot of questions and getting some information. My name is Herbert Martina. I'm accompanied by Brenda Rodriguez de Allen. We're saying stay locked and tuned in to TVCARIB, The World at 7. We will be right back.
Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg, have some of the best meals around town for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they make it so easy for you to order. Just call in, then walk in, and pick it up. What's up it? Then walk in and pick it up. Or walk in, order it, and pick it up. We also cater and host events. And don't forget karaoke every Friday night. So eat at Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg. It's a celebration in your mouth.
That was a bumper, the birthday bumper.
Nos adelantamos, pero no.
Well, there was a bumper that passed in front, but not the birthday bumper right now, okay? Anyway, yes, I know, I'm rude on this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some people that we want to big up here that is watching live with us, and we want to read some of the comments. And right after that, we will jump into our question and answers with the St. Martin Police Force Pensioners and Retirees Association. Brenda, who do we have watching with us?
Así es, tenemos en sintonía a muchas personas en casita. Le damos los buenos días a todos ustedes. Gracias por mantenerse en sintonía con nosotros. Y las personas que se están actualizando en las redes sociales, que nos acompañan todos los días. Por lo menos hoy tenemos presencialmente a Esterida Hasham con nosotros aquí. Pero le damos los buenos días a todo el que está en las redes sociales, como es Melania Lauren, como es San Martin Anunnaki, Cedric Ortega, que está en sintonía con nosotros, también está Sonny Love en sintonía con nosotros, le damos los buenos días, Brian Baker, ¿quién más? Tenemos muchas personas. Prince, ayúdame.
Well, we have Non Higgs, we also have St. Martin Anunnaki, Nadine Suarez, you say Nadine, I say Nadine. Suni Law, Deborah Hazel from the Virgin Islands. Deborah, I did not forget you. There's 2 cigars that I'm going to go to Shell's Kitchen and give, all right?
Ooh.
Why don't you remind me, Brenda? Wow. Okay, we also have, we mentioned Suni Law, Swaliga K9, who's saying, point is, don't go shopping without cash. Hey, good idea on Thursday. If the internet is off, trust me, you wouldn't be able to make any debit transaction or any transaction with the card. And Brenda, you for sure, hold up, Brenda, you for sure can't go with your contactless PIN and get any groceries. So walk with cash, okay? Who else do we have on?
Tenemos en casita a Nancy también que nos da las bendiciones, mil bendiciones, bendiciones recíprocas para ustedes. Eso es a través de nuestro WhatsApp. También está Arma Charlotte enviando nuestra fotito, muy bella la vista, muy bonito. Yo quisiera saber
Alma,
dónde usted vive.
I'm very jealous right now. Why?
Sí.
Because we're in the studio. I'm next to Brenda, while you can be watching something scenic and something beautiful like this.
Ah, entonces tú no te sientes bien conmigo al lado.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm stuck
Sí,
here
pero fue
in
lo
the
que tú
studio.
quisiste dejar dicho.
Well, to be quite honest, yes, you're right. All right.
Ustedes son testigos. Ustedes son testigos. Bueno,
Come on, look at this view. My,
quédate con esa vista ahí en el teléfono.
no, Brenda, I'm stuck with you. So,
Que te ayude esa vista, te acompañe todos los días.
well, that's a problem. That's a problem. Anyway, we do have, as Sunila said, that cigar promised a week, a week now. Yes, Sunila, and please don't rub it in because just don't rub it in. We have Peggy Andros also with us, and who else? Annie Romley. We also have Mercedes Murillo, and of course Antonio Mendez, and many others that are watching from home. Or I
Así
hope
es.
home.
Las redes sociales también tenemos a Debra Heiser, Annie Romley, está con nosotros Julia Sánchez, Minerva Maduro, Esther Durán Casimir, Nancy Ramírez, María Crispín, Mariluz Rodríguez Martínez, también está Nadine Suárez, Cristina Rodríguez desde Holanda, está Jean-Louis McDonough, Rosa Méndez, Glenford Lauren, que está en sintonía con nosotros, Gladys Sánchez, Carol McKay, Idalisa Sánchez, Brian Baker, Jonathan Reimo, esos son parte de las personas que están en sintonía con El Mundo a las 7.
All right, I'm not going to read any more comments because you guys like to break my flaws in the front. So I'm just going to go straight into our questions and answers section. All right?
Así es.
Good? All right.
Good.
We want to welcome again to the studio St. Martin Police Force Pensioners and Retirees Association. I want to welcome Mr. Edward Jacobs, who is the chairman, and of course, Isrida Hashem, who is the secretary of this organization. Welcome, folks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us. And also, I would like to say good morning to your televiewers, and I hope that they will enjoy the program that we will have in today.
All right, great. Already great. That's a powerful start. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask them to maybe give an explanation of why an organization for the police force, pensioners and retirees. Give us that, give us a little explanation into the organization and how it came about.
Okay, last year in August, a few retired police officers, Carlton Phillips, Yanchi Leonard, Norwin Villarreal, approached me, and they asked me what about starting a association for the retired policemen, because, for instance, I left a good while ago, and we don't catch up with each other no more. You don't see your colleagues that you work with. And I said it was a good idea. And then we start calling colleagues. And in August last year, we had a meeting. We were 20 members, 20 persons show up and decided we're going to form the association. From there, we went to the notary's office. We get our statutes together. And on the 23rd of September last year, officially, we signed off on the statutes, and the association was born officially.
Okay, so actually tomorrow will make it 1 year.
1 year of existence.
Since the association
Yes.
has existed. Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
a great big achievement, that's for sure. Estelida is no stranger to our program, so she knows the ins and outs. Estelida, I'm going to ask you this. Your involvement, you're the secretary. What's your task? What are you laced with?
Well, February gone, because the association has a chat, and suddenly appeared in the chat they need a volunteer for secretarial post. I'm a pensioner, a young pensioner,
Yeah.
but I don't care. I'm a young pensioner.
Yeah.
But I want to avoid Alzheimer's. So I said it's best I keep myself busy, mentally, physically. So that's why I opted to apply for the position. And I got it at that moment. And later when we had board elections, that's when I was really voted in as secretary.
Okay.
So
Yeah. And give me some of the activities that you guys will be doing in order for this, because every association needs activities in order to function. Give me some of the activities that will be going on.
okay, actually, let me come to the point and say the reason, well, I'll go a little bit more in depth.
Mhm.
But the reason of our association, as Mr. Jacob mentioned, which I will see on the live feed, they're saying you sound like Morgan Freeman. Anyhow, besides getting the members and them together because you know you miss each other, sometimes you will see a member, they ask you, have you seen or what do you know of, etc. So the group, the idea behind of it is to get the members together, but not
Okay.
only that, we also have members that are older than us and that are ill, so we visit them. And well, the intention is to keep activities that we can stick together.
Yeah.
Because of our celebration of our first anniversary tomorrow, God's willing, but it's in the middle of the week, we have decided to keep an activity Saturday coming, September 25th. Now, our age group are people that love parties. Don't think it's your age group alone.
Yeah.
We love parties too. We love like what do we call comeback or whatever.
Mm.
So it was our intention to keep a get together. But you know who spoiled it?
Cornelia?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
She came with some coraditas.
Coronitas, for sure. Okay, this activity, the 25th, this coming together, is the paid activity. You're seeing here that say Martin Anunnaki always jumps in and he asks, is this association open for donations? If yes, please provide info. Is it?
Oh yes, it's open. And because Mr. Anunnaki, I will contact you direct.
Yes.
Yes, we're open for donations. Yes.
You know, I'm gonna openly say it. Everything have to do with pensioners, whether it's the police, pensioners on a whole, retirees. You guys have done so much for our generation and the generation before, and I always say that it is as if our leaders today forget that they have to be in a position to be retired soon. The only difference is that their salaries is exorbitant, so they would be able to make it with ease. Whereas, the law enforcement and stuff, those are the people that served us so much. So that's why I asked if it's open for donations. You can give the contact information, but I wanted to delve into something else. And, I'm straightforward when it comes to asking questions. The way how the justice is set up right now, and with all the politics involving it, what's your opinion on this matter? And you don't have to go in depth. You can just say if you feel that it's, it can be improved or whatever. Just give me your little insight.
Well, that question is a good question, but it's a difficult question.
Okay.
I joined the police force in 1966 at the young age of 18 years. And I worked there for quite some time. I worked in Curacao, worked Aruba, came back home, and I retired home. In those days, I can say everything was clear to you. You had no qualm with. Sometimes I was the secretary of the Netherlands Antilles Police Union also for 7 years.
Wow.
And we had meetings. The most meetings we had was after 1969 to get certain things done because we see how dangerous things were becoming. But after that, things was going very smooth. And what I can say, in those days, there was discipline. And certain things were taken away. For instance, before the policeman had to have his cap on when he's on the street, when he come out the car. When he meet a major or higher, he had to salute. All those things gone away. I think maybe we find those things were for old timers, and today it's not necessary. But I think once discipline start going back, everything will drop also. Because some people, when we just sit by our clubhouse, the retired police officers, they say, but in all your days this, in all your days that. And we say, sir or ma'am, listen, those issues, those things has changed. We are not there no more, so we cannot go into what's going on or not.
That's an interesting point, though. Seeing that you guys are retired, do you often get, let's say, young police officers that want to contact you and pick your mind and pick your brain, for instance, and see what was then and how they can implement certain stuff? I mean, do you have that?
Yes, of course, because from 1977 up to a few years ago, I was an instructor for police recruits, for those who going up to become sergeant or major. And a lot of those youngsters that were there before 2017, they know me as an instructor, and I also have an office close to the police station. That has nothing to do with the association or anything, but they walked in there by me and asked me questions, and I find it strange. I find it strange because you have superiors here, and if they cannot answer that question, why do you believe I can answer it? You say, yes, but Mr. Jacobs, you all had more classes or more subjects than we today, because today they have maybe 7 or 8 subjects, while we had 18 subjects. Wow. You know, and I'm always willing to help and give them advice. And I told them, listen, what concerns leadership and your work on the mountain and so, I'm not going to go into that. If it's something with the law, I'll help you as far as I can. If it's tactical issues, I can help you also. And some of them come by me with questions about detective work, narcotics work, because I was also the chief of detective for quite some years. And also, I was the acting head of the narcotics department in Aruba. And when I came here, I continued with the narcotics also. So those things, I can give them hints how to go about it, how you have to do certain things, you know, to be successful.
Great. Going back to the organization, and we know that there's certain members. Esterida, can you name some of the members? I know you mentioned Yanchi Leonard, our former, a member of parliament. You mentioned a few other people, but tell me how much. Name some of the members so that the public can be familiar with the group.
Well, besides giving you names of members, I would like to go a little bit more in depth concerning members.
Yeah.
We are the Samata Police Force Pensioners and Retiree Association, but our association has been broadened to also members of the justice chain.
Wow, okay.
So so far we have a few members from the prison department as well. We have approached some members from the Voogdijraad, guardianship.
Okay.
So we're waiting the outcome to see if they will join us, yes or no. But we have not been fortunate as yet to get to one, but that's the intention. So all who has worked in the justice field, we also have the former prosecutor, right?
No, the judge.
Former judge?
Yeah. Judge of instruction.
Judge of instruction.
Okay.
That will become a member soon. So I think that is more important than really the names of the members that we have.
Okay.
on our list right now.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you this though. Seeing that you guys have this, it's notarized, it's official, and you guys have a 1 year anniversary. How have it been? Was it recognized by our, let's say, Justice Minister or the Ministry of Justice? Um,
Well, up to this moment, we did not go out here publicly yet, but
Mhm.
we were in the newspaper that we formed an association, but we're waiting for the right time to approach our leaders and see if we will get an audience that we can meet them officially.
uh,
But I want to add also, the name is police force, as retirees and pensioners, but also the persons who work in the police force. They don't have to be police officers, and also the immigration officers
Okay.
also become part of this association.
Okay, all right. Thank you for clearing that up. All right. Coming back to the fact that the ministry did not contact, or you guys did not have any formal sit down as yet. I think it's very important because things like what the police union is fighting for now, which is whether it's back pay, whether it's scaling and putting into the function book, and all of that. I mean, that's what they're dealing with. But I think that would be important for this group as well, because things like we know that retirees, it's difficult to live here in St. Martin, okay, as a retiree, across the board. I'm going to say that, across the board. Things like you say you go and visit some of the members because they're ill. Things like grocery shopping, I'm sure that would be handled by the association and stuff. How tight-knit of a bond are you guys? I mean,
Well, I can say this group is very, very together.
nice.
And concerning the visit to the minister, we're gonna send a request
Mhm.
if we can meet with the minister. So that is one. And the group is very together. Sometimes after we have meetings, we go sit down someplace, we have lunch, and maybe no meetings help, we invite each other, let's go such a place, we have lunch or breakfast, and it's working. But also in this group, although I'm 74, I mean, I'm an old man already, but it have younger persons, we have committees, and we have a committee to help, let's say, we're in the hurricane season,
Calamities
yeah?
and calamities.
Yes, and other calamities, not only for policemen or ex-policemen, but also if the community need help, if we can assist with that, we can do a drive to get stuff and then to help deliver all of those things. We are willing, and I think we have the group that we have with with our committees, they will do it with 100% willingly from the bottom of their heart.
Right. I'm getting a question. This is from our viewing audience. Will the association be affected by increase in retirement age and or pension reforms, if any? Okay, that's one question. And of course, people are asking for a bank account so that they can, put some funds in that. Okay, so the question: will the associations be affected by increase in retirement age and or pension reforms, if any?
We thought about that as well, and therefore we made a change in our house rules to enable the members of the Justice Chase that are 60 plus.
Okay, all right.
So you can be 61, 62, and you're still working, but you can become a member of our association.
That is nice.
Because we look at it that from 60 you should have been
Retired.
retired.
Yeah,
So therefore, we have opened it up to make a change for 60 plus. And we have a few members that are 60 plus and they're still working.
Okay, good.
Now, if I may add to that, the reason why we expanded on our house rules, because majority of the persons who are being 60 up now, they were supposed to leave, go on pension when they were 60. But due to the changes, they have to go a few more years. I don't know how many, maybe some going to stay 2, some going to stay all 7 years. But anyway, to give them the opportunity still to start enjoying a little, because you don't know if you can reach the pension age alive.
Exactly.
Right? And I'm saying, if we look lately, people go on pension in January, in June, you hear the person passed away.
Yeah.
You know, and those are things that I think you're not going to enjoy, not even 1 month of your pension, right? So that's why we expanded it, that this can start, you know, living a life, see how the pensioners lives. And we also give them advice. We advise them, because this is not only for our members, this is for the general public. People wait sometimes when they have 10 years to go on pension, and then they're going to look for mortgages to build this or to remodel that. That time is too late, because don't forget, when you go on pension, 30% of your income, you're going to be losing that.
Yeah.
And it will make things very, very difficult and hard for them.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
those are the advices that you as an association would give to your
Yes.
members and stuff. Yeah.
Sometimes if you have 20 years to go, you can, depends what amount you need, what investment you want to do, you can make it. But if 10 years, in 10 years, if you go take a mortgage in 10 years, you can finish paying the mortgage on your salary, I think. Or you have to win some big lottery abroad that you can pay it in one time.
Yeah, 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 which that is highly, highly unlikely. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the St. Martin Police Force Pensioners and Retirees Association. Since that you guys have opened it up to the justice chain, is there any name change that is going to go on, or you're just going to keep it as the St. Martin Police Force Pensioners and Retirees?
We have decided to keep the name. We only made the changes in the house rules, because that's where we can make changes without having to go back to the notary.
Okay, good.
So the name stays, but the changes has to be made in the house rules.
Let me open it up. Let's say if there's someone out there who would like to pay the notary fees in order for you to change the name to Justice, are you guys open? And I know you have to collectively as a board discuss that, but
Yes.
that's something that you would want to bear in mind, because we have quite a number of people here who are watching and who would like to open their checkbooks right now. So please give the information so that, or you can give it to us and we can always send it through. But I would rather you first to give the information, and then we can move on from there. Any last words?
Yes. I want to mention Saturday coming,
Yes.
we are going to have a drive-through for our members from 12 to 2, and the drive-through will be entering the parking area of the Butte Hotel on the 80 Road, and then the member will pass, they'll get a token of appreciation and a goodie bag, and then they leave through the other entrance from the Butte parking area. So that's why we call it the drive-through. So that's for Saturday coming, September 25th.
Okay. You know, I'm always in. How are you guys making money then? Are you guys selling any drinks? Any?
No, it would be, we have some, APS has sponsored us, and besides that, we have, we want to give back to the members that have been,
Okay.
have paid the contribution every month, so we want to give back something.
Great.
And besides that, because I think our time is short now, can I say it in Spanish really, really quick?
Yes, please. very quickly.
Ok, damas y caballeros, somos representantes de la Asociación de los Pensionados y Retirados de la Policía, no solamente policía, pero también miembros de la red de justicial.
Ok. Señores, con estas informaciones nos despedimos de ustedes. Gracias por estar en sintonía. Pasamos a nuestro tiempo extra, así que acompáñennos.
Yes. Join us in extra time where we will save 5 minutes with this group. And please join us in extra time. My name is Herbert Castro.
Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg, have some of the best meals around town for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they make it so easy for you to order. Just call in, then walk in and pick it up. What's up it? Then walk in and pick it up. Or walk in, order it, and pick it up. We also cater and host events. And don't forget karaoke every Friday night. So eat at Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg. It's a celebration in your mouth.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we were having such a good time with our with the Police Force Pensioners and Retirees Association that we ran out of time. But nevertheless, we decided to hold them here a little bit. Please don't get worked up with the word "hold them," because we know that this is the justice part of our retirees we're talking about. Okay. Yes. Brenda, welcome back.
Gracias, gracias, Prince. Gracias, señores. Bienvenidos a nuestro tiempo extra. Aquí estamos de nuevo con ustedes. Vamos a tener nuestro segmento de cumpleañero que lo estábamos esperando. Continuamos con los representantes de la Asociación de Policías Retirados y Pensionados del Departamento de Justicia, ¿verdad?
Correcto.
Así que estamos aquí todavía con ellos porque se nos fue como la hora rápido.
It went really, really quick, yeah. But Brenda, I'm going to make a counter suggestion, whereas we can finish off with Isarita and Mr. Edward Jacobs, and then we go into our birthday section, and
Sí.
then you can start with your craziness, all right? We don't want our guests to see how you behave in extra time, all right?
Prince,
I'm just saying,
Prince.
yes.
Pero tú me vas a dejar en vergüenza como
No,
invitado.
Isarita knows you, and she knows how
Sí,
you
pero el
behave.
señor no me conoce. Recuerda que la primera
Okay,
impresión
now I
es la que
understand.
vale.
Now I
Tú no ves que
understand.
estoy
I
derechita,
understand, I
tranquilita aquí
understand. With
sentada.
the gentleman inside of the room, you would want to behave a certain way. Yes,
Oh,
I
Dios
understand.
mío.
Good, thank you for clarifying that. Okay, but Estelita is no stranger to your behavior, and she's no stranger to my angelic behavior as well. So that she can attest it. Estelita. Estelita.
Déjelo que hable. Es el turno de él. Hay que dejarlo que él hable.
All right, we're back with the St. Martin Police Force Pensioners and Retirees Association with Mr. Edward Jacobs, chairman of this association, and Isarida Hasham, secretary. Isarida, you have promised that you're going to give us the bank account so that we can plaster it, the bank account number, so that we can plaster it on our social media feed, and that people can give a donation. You want
Okay.
to say something about that?
Yes, that bank account,
Mm-hmm.
I owe it to you right now,
Mhm.
but I'll make sure you get it at the beginning. Because right this week I'm very, very, very busy.
Okay.
So early next week I'll give it to you.
All right, good. So for all of those who wanted to donate today, you can donate next week as well. All right, take out those checkbook. This is a worthy cause.
También pueden aprovechar el sábado y llevar un sobrecito, hacer la donación cuando pasen por.
Well, I don't know with the COVID protocols, but we can make a suggestion that if you would like to give an envelope on
El sábado tienen una actividad de 12 a 2 de la tarde. El que quiera hacer una donación, póngalo en un sobre, usted pasa, lo lleva y vuelve y se va porque no es necesariamente que se quede ahí.
why that's Brenda, but she don't like to wait till next week.
Y si acaso pasan y hace un gesto así, bien puede ser que consiguen algo
Ah,
de retorno.
And we all know when Esterida talk about algo en retorno, it's something deliciosa. I love my stomach. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. All right. We wanted to ask for any last words from these two retirees and esteemed guests in our program today.
Okay. Concerning the bank account, I want to expand a little on it because it's actually this Monday we got clearance to go to the bank to sign
Okay.
up. So that's why we are waiting on the bank account number. So that's why we don't have it as yet. In closing, I want to thank you all for having us. And I hope the public in general, or those who listen to our interview today, that they have been enlightened more or less what is this Retirees Association. We are not representing the police force. We are there for the retired and policemen who are on pension, and those are the people we are supporting, but not only limited to that. If in case the public, there's a calamity and they need help, we have our groups that will also be willing to help. And thank you all for having us again, and thank to those who took the time to listen to us this morning.
Right. All right, good. Esterida?
Well, what I would like to say in closing is I would like to invite each and every pensioner or retiree from the justice chain that has not been contacted by any one of our members as yet to please look for us, contact us. We have several members, several members that are on pension already. So if it's your friend, your neighbor, or family member, tell them you would like to get in contact with the association and become a member. It's only 25 guilders for contribution a month. And we like our member group to get as big as possible, because in the near future then we too can assist helping going against taxation from the pensioners.
Yeah.
That's an example. We don't have a voice if we're only
Yeah.
40.
Yeah,
We have a voice if we are 400.
exactly.
So therefore, we are seeking members, we are seeking pensioners and retirees. Anywhere in the justice you have work, you are most welcome. For those like Brenda, tú quieres ser miembro, tú tienes que atendernos.
oh, sí.
People that just assist us in a way or the other, especially donation-wise, they may have a chance to become an honorary member
Yeah.
one day.
Understand.
You understand? So it's possible.
It's possible. Okay, that is clear. Esterida, you know how we are here. We have a question. We've asked you this before, but we have a question that we always ask all our guests. Maybe Esterida didn't prep you on it, but not to catch you off guard. 2 years ago, when the pandemic became a reality, our Prime Minister said that if you don't have this, you eat sardine, crackers, or oats. We here at the Morning Show want to know, what is your favorite, Mr. Jacobs? Is it sardine, crackers, or oats?
If it's
If it's sardines, crackers, or oats, which one is your favorite of the three?
None of the three.
None of the three?
No.
Because,
yeah, go ahead.
because I have my preference,
Mm-hmm.
and I make sure always I have stuff at home what I like.
Okay, good. Well, that was clear and concise. All right. Estelita, which one of the three is your favorite?
All three.
All three.
Because depending on my mood, I love a good porridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the oats come in. But as a snack, I do prepare sardines with my little pepper and so. And then I have my crackers to go along with it. So
Good,
all
good,
three.
good. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our St. Martin Police Force Pensioners and Retirees Association. Mr. Edward Jacob, the chairman of this association, who held very much a lot of positions in the police force. And we have Estelita Hashem, the secretary, who is no stranger to us. We want to thank you for gracing us with your presence on the morning show, The World at 7.
Thank you. Gracias.
Así es, gracias por haber asistido, estar compartiendo algunas de las informaciones que muchas personas desconocían sobre esta asociación de pensionados retirados de la parte judicial.
I must say, there's a lot of people who are saying this is too short, you guys have to come back. You can read it in the comments. So we would like an opportunity, not a year from now, but you know, when you get a little more membership and there's more activities that you can talk about, you can always come here and the public will support you, that's for sure. All right?
And just before we leave, we'd like to invite you guys to come and see our activity Saturday coming
Saturday.
at Butte Hotel.
I have noted it.
De 12 a 2 de la tarde.
Yes.
Entre las 12 y 12 de la tarde.
Exactly. Thank you so much for the invite, and I will make it my duty to be there.
And you know what,
Thank you.
what will be waiting for you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just had them, and we are elated that we had these guests with us. Thank you so much. All right.
Así es. Continuamos nosotros con las informaciones, Prince.
Which information? I'm so happy with this. All right, good. I'm so happy with this interview, and I'm happy how the show went today. Which
Pero
other information?
tenemos los cumpleañeros.
Oh, definitely. No, say that. You say información. We have
Bueno,
our
tenemos
people
los
that make
cumpleañeros,
birthday.
friend.
All right. Are we going to go with the bumper, or we're going to scrap the bumper this morning?
Vamos con nuestro bumper, señor director, para ver quiénes estamos de cumpleaños en casita. Pero mientras tanto, felicitamos a todo el que está festejando un año más o cualquier evento. Ahí estamos de cumpleaños.
Ay,
Yudel Carrichis, que está celebrando un año más. Mi amor, felicidades. Muchas bendiciones. No sé, Prince. La voy a llamar y te lo voy a averiguar. Bendiciones para ti, mi amor. También tenemos a otra personita más que tenemos de cumpleaños, como es de Jocelyn Sepúlveda, que está celebrando un año más de vida. Muchas
¿Ella se llama
bendiciones.
Jocelyn?
No, ella se llama Yudel Carrichis.
Ah, Yudel
Sí,
Carrichis.
que está festejando un año más, pero tenemos otra personita también en pantalla que el señor director nos va a proporcionar dentro de unos momentitos, si se podría. Si no, muchas felicidades para ti, Jocelyn.
Pero tú
muchas
tienes que
bendiciones.
hacer algo. Tú tienes que preguntar a Yudel Car cuántos
Ajá.
años tiene.
¿Cuántos años?
Yeah.
Ok,
All right?
ok, lo voy a preguntar.
All right.
Pero, ¿qué tú quieres ganar con eso?
I'll tell you in a minute. All right. Romelia Marlin, we want to say happy birthday to you, Vanessa White.
Romelia.
Yes. And Rick Martina, happy birthday to you. He's no relations to mine, but he's a Martina, so he's
Pensé que
good.
era familia.
No. Valentina Arno Ramirez, who's 38 years old in the Dominican Republic. Happy birthday to you. John D.A., happy birthday. Roots, Rebel Roots. And we have Conky Flanders, who would have been a certain age today. They recently buried him, so happy birthday in heaven, Conky. Inez Rumley, Compa Connor, and Chevon Williams, Mr. Parrot, Andrew Keynes, Mr. Pornstar, and Beatrice Woods Maduro, and Cliff Wilson, who is 44 years old today. So happy birthday to all of the birthday celebrants. That's for
También
sure.
tenemos ahí nuestro corresponsal desde
We
China.
have Li Xinsheng. Li Xinsheng. What? Why are you laughing? That's the proper
Porque me gusta
pronunciation.
cómo tú haces las pronunciaciones
What
de
is
los
the proper
nombres.
pronunciation? Li Xinsheng. And if I have to get another son tomorrow, I will call him.
Mañana vas a tener otro hijo.
I said if. I would
Ah.
call him Li Xinsheng. So not only Li Xinsheng.
Yo he escuchado, Prince, que los nombres de los niños que nacen en el oriente, orientales, así como en China, en Japón, es que tiran algo.
Is they throw a pot on the ground and then they go bling, bling, bling. Oh my God, that's a racist joke, Brenda. It's a racist joke. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to say to each and every one of you who are just tuning in to love, like, and share our program. Brenda, yesterday we did not do fun fact, and I would like to do the fun fact of yesterday. However, St. Martin Anunnaki gave 2 fun facts, okay? Fun fact, 22nd September 2020. Hate is a feeling of intense hostility and aversion, usually deriving from fear, anger, or a sense of injury. It is extreme dislike or disgust. Hatred is an emotion. Extreme hatred can inspire violence. Hatred is a feeling everyone has felt and experienced in some point, especially after being betrayed or hurt physically or emotionally by someone. It is normal to have hateful feelings occasionally. However, feeling hatred over a long time and holding on to hate can be detrimental to the mind and body. Hate can breed more negative emotions. It can affect personal relationships. Hatred changes the chemistry in the brain. It stimulates the area in the brain responsible for planning and execution of motion. This part triggers aggression while feeling hateful to either defend or attack. This also creates fight or flight responses and increases the level of 2 hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones can cause weight gain, insomnia, anxiety, depression, and chronic illness. Hatred also triggers the mind to try to predict what the person being hated may do as a defense mechanism. This leads to further anxiety, relentlessness, obsessive thinking, and paranoia, which affects overall mental health. We must teach our children more compassion and less hate. I think this is a very good piece.
¿Tuviste esa foto tan tierna de esos 2 niños abrazados?
Yeah.
Ahí no se nota ningún racismo.
No, absolutely not. Brenda, I'm going to ask you this. Have you ever felt hate for someone?
No. Puedo estar incómoda en el momento, pero quizás dependiendo de la situación, quizás dentro de
What
unas
is a
cuantas
proper-
horas o quizás después de un día ya eso pase, no es que puedas sentir odio, no.
Okay.
No.
So the proper word or translation for hate is odio. So you never felt
No,
hate
no,
for anyone.
no. Ay, sí, Jocelyn Sepúlveda, ahí está celebrando. Volvemos atrás, celebrando un año más, Jocelyn. Muchas bendiciones para ti, muchas felicidades y que cumplan muchos años más.
How old is she?
Pero ven acá, Prince,
There's a
¿tú tienes
question.
problemas con la edad?
No, it's a question I want to know.
No, no te sabría decir que
Didn't she
cuántos
work in
años.
the justice chain? Maybe she, no? That's what I
No.
wanted to know.
Okay.
All right, good. All right. Hate is a feeling. I can't say that I've never felt hate. But
No,
yes, you felt hate, or like you hate a situation.
no.
Maybe
Tú
not a
puedes estar
person,
incómodo, porque yo
but you
pienso,
hated
no.
a situation
Yo
once in your
pienso
life.
cuando, en mi pensar, cuando me refiero a odio, es porque voy a mantener esa negatividad todo
No,
el tiempo
it doesn't
extrema.
necessarily have
Pero,
to be, for a long period of time. But you've hated something or someone for at least a split second. No? You've never been with someone and they do something, you say, oh, I hate you right now. No?
es que no
Well, Brenda,
necesariamente usaría la palabra odio.
well, Brenda, I'm telling you,
Sí, porque no, yo entiendo lo que tú dices, pero especificándolo como odio, yo no usaría esa
so
palabra.
you're saying that
Puedo
maybe you
estar
might say it,
incómoda.
but it's not that you felt. Okay, understood. Understood. We're asking the general public 554-5601. Please give us a call. Let us know, in what capacity. Did you ever feel hate? Remember, hate brings two hormones out. It brings adrenaline, and it brings another hormone. What is it called? I want to get the proper pronunciation of this, okay? Which brings out violence, emotions, and everything. So I need to know.
Ok, señores, tenemos nuestro teléfono de estudio 554-5601.
Okay, good. Pleasant good morning.
President, good morning. Great topic, hate. I love this, the post you read, the fun fact you read was so on point. And I'm going to say that I have no problem hating. For example, I have a deep-rooted hatred for pedophilia. The concept of grown men abusing children, I have a deep-rooted hate for it. And whenever the subject comes up, I can feel the anger in my bones.
Yeah.
So yes, I understand that concept. Individuals, if we allow ourselves to feel anger in the moment, express it in its totality, you never put yourself in a situation where you develop hate.
Yeah.
But the fact that we're afraid of confrontation, allow those emotions to fester and to build, is what creates hate.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be in an environment where anger is expressed. In the moment, get it all out, let it be done.
Yeah.
We shy away from that, and that ultimately leads to festering, and that becomes hate.
Yeah.
So I distinguish between hate in terms of principles and in terms of relationship towards human. That's why I allow myself to be angry at you.
Yeah, yeah. Great expression. I mean, that's one thing you can do, Cedric, is express yourself profoundly.
I try.
Yeah, one of the things, and I can concur. One of the things that I hate, I detest, as a matter of fact, is when someone lies on me. And especially for no apparent reason. Okay, lie. Talk about what I did, but don't lie about just to make yourself feel better or anything. For any ulterior motives. I detest that with a passion. So I think your thing is pedophilia. I hate it too, but I detest when people lie on an individual for no apparent reason. And a lot of times
I can understand that.
Yes. So here it is. I'm trying to explain, Brenda. If she's never felt hate for 1 second, and she really can't identify with that. Why? I think because Brenda.
Maybe because she allows herself to be angry.
Well, I guess so. And maybe because, and this is not a joke, Brenda. Maybe because you were shielded as a child, okay, and then growing up, being married and stuff, you were shielded by your husband, and your partner.
This is the point where I say bye.
All right, boom, Cedric. Yeah, So I'm saying, Brenda, a lot of times when people are exposed to these emotions is because they have experienced some sort of behavior or some sort, and it's repetition. However, the point of this post, I think, is to teach our children compassion. Teach them to hate less. Okay? What fuels hate? Segregation. What fuels hate? Racism. That fuels hate. What else fuels hate? Greediness. Those things fuel hate. All right? Envy. Because if you give one child something and you don't give the other child something, right? That child will be like, but why? And then it's going to turn into something, why can he get it and I can't? And why he have to come to school with this and stuff? So that's why it's so important to teach our children humility. Teach our children what's up, okay? Okay, without hate, man cannot feel superior when he with us. Okay, I want to read these comments properly, so let me just check them on my side. You ain't catching me, LOL. Incorrect. Hate is jealousy as attention's human need. Okay, sometimes I read something that hate can fuel man. Hate can fuel people to do good things too. Without hate, man cannot feel superior when he feels his meow meow. What?
Meow meow?
What is meow meow? Please, can you explain? I don't speak Chinese. All right? Okay. All right.
Cuando no te conviene.
All right. St. Martin Anunnaki say, I hate religion. Now, bear in mind, he did not say he hates God. He hates religion. Religion is the constant repetition of, probably pleasing a deity or some sort, the higher power. That's religion. And the rituals that goes with it, okay? Sunni law say kitty. All right, good. Thank you so much. All right? Kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
To be exact.
Meow meow.
Meow meow. Explain them why we got promoted and encouraged. Okay? That's Sunni law. Ladies and gentlemen, we do want to hear from the public. 554-5601. Have you ever felt hate? Can you explain hate? Please, let us know what's up. And
Yo he escuchado personas que por eso es que me refiero, que te digo que de odiar, cuando, por lo menos, yo sobreentiendo que cuando tú te expresas con odio, de la palabra odio, es que es algo, para mí es algo sumamente grande, porque por lo menos, pues, te repito, yo puedo estar incómoda contigo en este momento, yo estoy incómoda con Prince, yo no lo quiero ver por ahora, pero dentro de 2 o 3 horas yo, Prince,
well, that's not hate.
hoy es miércoles, noche de dama, ¿a qué hora empieza? Bueno, ok, está bien, nos vemos allá, ok, no sigue hablando, nos vemos allá.
Te oye
Ya.
todavía.
Pero ya se me pasa, tú sabes, entonces eso yo no le llamaría odio. Yo le llamaría un mal rato, pero hay personas que lo extienden por un largo tiempo. Tú sabes, yo no puedo ser así.
All right, Sunni law says, hate is bling bling. Who don't like to bling? Religion is an emergent property of our built-in ability to imagine. All right, that's his explanation on religion. This is Swaliga K9. Now, Brenda, we have people using the word hate very loosely as well. I knew of a cousin of mine, her father told her, no, you cannot do this. And she's like, Daddy, I hate you, and stuff, which we know that it's not really hate. She's not using the word in the correct manner. But it have people who have a disdain, hate for one another based on whatever that person did or, took away from them or whatever it may be. And that hate can be fueled, and of course it can turn into anger, and anger turn into aggression, and then we see a lot of ish taking place. Okay? People have gotten hurt or even killed because of hate. So that's why we should try to teach our children compassion and to love. And,
Sunshine dice, Es un love, dice odiar es amor. Ok, dicen que del odio nace el amor.
Is that so?
Sí, así dicen. No sé si será verdad.
All
Que
right.
del odio nace el amor.
All right. So Mark Anunnaki say manipulation more than imagination, as imaginations are pure. Okay, and they're talking about religion again. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, hate is a poison. That you know. So
Hay
I can.
personas que viven amargadas todo el tiempo porque tienen en su corazón ese rencor, ese odio.
Yeah. But Brenda, you're telling me that you've never experienced hate. This is a bit hard for me to believe. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us just love and live in love and know that, hey, uh, let us just live in love, all right? And let us live in compassion. Let's teach our children to hate less and teach our children to go more into compassion, all right? Hate is horn or cacho. Oh my God, Sunila is loving this.
Oh Dios, chequea.
Yeah. Okay, please read. Stop praying and beating yourself on the chest. Have fun, love, sing, and enjoy at all that this world can give you. I don't want you to visit the cold and dark templates that you say are my home. My home is not the temple, but is the mountain forests, rivers, lakes, and beaches. That's where my home is, and there where I express my love. Don't be fooled by written texts about me. If you want to get close, look at me at beautiful landscapes. Try to feel the wind and the heat on your skin. Don't ask anything. I don't have the power to change your life. You do. Don't be afraid. I don't judge and I don't criticize. I don't dispense punishment. Do not believe those who simplify me in simple rules to respect those only serve to make you feel inadequate and guilty for what you do. They serve to keep you under control. Do not always think about wood after death, and do not believe that there is you know true beauty this world has to offer. And I think he's speaking about God. All right, there. Hate is very strong word. Sometimes people hate you for no reason, but your light shines so bright that the haters is mad at you for no reason. Okay? Sunila says romantica. Prince, get off of Brenda's case. What did I do? Wow. Janine George, this is a good
Y sabes
question.
porque como lo voy a llamar ahorita para saber a qué hora es la noche de dama y sabe que tiene que tener ahí mi trago.
Yeah. Go live. Ay, Dios mío. All right, Janine George, I have a question for you. Have you felt hate at any point of time? I need to know. All right? You don't have to answer on TV. Maybe you can tell me in person because you're my cousin. You will let me know. Ladies and
¿Y
gentlemen.
por qué? No, Janine. Si no lo va a decir por ahí, entonces dígalo por aquí, así yo.
No, she's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this morning's program and for you being here with us. We do pray and hope that you are here with us tomorrow, and we will ask the Almighty to guide and protect your ways again. All right?
Señores, gracias por haber estado con nosotros hasta esta hora de la mañana. Es un placer para nosotros haberlo compartido con ustedes y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes mañana, Dios mediante, así que no se puedan perder nuestra programación que traeremos muchas informaciones importantes. Mi nombre es Brenda Rodríguez de Ale, acompañada de este cuerpo caribeño.
Herbert MJ Martina, Choco Suavemente. Peace out.
Bye.